I offered to get HEPA filters for every classroom. A short group conversation, I offered to get HEPA filters for every classroom for our kids' schools in 2020. The schools turned them down because they said it would stop children from getting necessary childhood infections. There is no such thing as necessary childhood infections. The school where I was a governor banned masks on their premises because the HT didn't want to create the impression that the school is not a safe place. I resigned and deregistered my son right away, by the way, but I heard nothing about them since. Bet still not a single purifier there today. The hygiene hypothesis has been debunked. It is only applied to naturally occurring bacteria, not to viruses. It's happening in the US too. My dad had one of those childhood infections back in the 1930s. Rheumatic fever, damaged heart, died at 34. Good news for sure, but unmasked faces near an unmasked spreader can still become hosts to the virus-laden particulates if inhaled before hitting the Corsi-Rosenthal filters. I hope the lawsuits are painful. This sort of thing is why I didn't ask. I just put them in the classrooms where I'm teaching without bothering with permission. I'm lucky no one much pays attention to what I do. I've just seen a classic misunderstanding of risk management. It's virtually impossible to stop all airborne infections in a workplace without extreme measures. Yes, if that location is the only location trying to prevent infection. But if every location takes action, all that's needed is very simple minor action everywhere to break the chain of transmission everywhere. Imagine if every restaurant, classroom, nursing home, bus, train, airplane and emergency room was equipped with a high-quality air purifier that delivered 6 air exchanges every hour. That would go a long way toward mitigating not just COVID, but flu, RSV and norovirus. Classic all-or-nothing thinking, when the reality is that any decrease in risk is good and can make a difference, especially on a population level. Systems thinking is needed. Are you familiar with MIT Prof. Levinson's work on safety and risk? That this is true should tell you to allow remote work whenever possible, but to reduce infections, add filtration and ventilation, and encourage N95 masking for work that requires on-site presence. Imagine if that had been said about water treatment. Stopping bacteria in water without extreme measures is impossible, so why try? For all the money it costs to build and run WTPs and infrastructure, we should stop now, and whoever gets sick and dies. Imagine if every location had HEPA filters and UV lights like the White House's new Situation Room. Imagine we didn't have a modern water system in the UK, and someone suggested it. All we have to do is build giant sewers under every city, plumb each house into the sewers, add separate plumbing for clean water, and build dozens of artificial reservoirs. Thanks to one good turn and all those who commented on X, previously known as Twitter,